Whether and if so, to what extent does a former president enjoy presidential immunity from criminal prosecution for conduct alleged to involve official acts during his tenure in office? Now, that is a very narrow question. But the way that the Supreme Court framed the question favors, in some places, Donald Trump's presumptions. Remember, this is an interlocutory appeal. The trial that alleges the trial or the indictment that alleges Donald Trump committed crimes is an indictment and has not been adjudicated and has not gone through the fact-finding process. So it is alleged to involve the official acts, for conduct alleged to involve the official acts. That is framing it in a way that favors Donald Trump, because it is the conduct that is alleged by Donald Trump to involve official acts. And also, in the beginning, it gives a hint that the Supreme Court is open to the idea that former presidents enjoy presidential immunity from criminal prosecution for conduct during their tenure in office, because it puts in there, and if so, to what extent? So that's a hint in a way that's saying the court is asking, is there, first of all, it's saying whether, saying, is there, does a former president enjoy presidential immunity? And if your first question is no, then the rest of the questions are gone. But if your answer to that question is yes, that yes, former presidents have presidential immunity from criminal prosecution, then it says, to what extent does it have? And so it sort of leans towards Donald Trump, saying, to what extent can a former president have presidential immunity from criminal prosecution? And then it goes further narrowing the question presented to say, for conduct alleged to involve official acts. Here there's another tilt in Donald Trump's favor, because the conduct alleged to involve official acts is alleged to involve official acts by Donald Trump. In the indictment by Jack Smith, it's alleged to involve criminal acts that cannot be official acts. And the DC Circuit opinion explains that in great fashion. Go read the opinion or check out the video where I explain and summarize the appellate court's opinion. So, for conduct alleged to involve official acts on one side of the scale, on the other side of the scale is conduct alleged to be a criminal act by the DOJ in the case that has not yet been resolved, for which the Supreme Court is now deciding whether Donald Trump and former presidents have immunity, in this case Donald Trump, for conduct alleged by one party to be official act and another party to be criminal act. So the question becomes, is a criminal act, can a criminal act be an official act by a president while they are in office? So how can it be? Because it is the Constitution's mandate under Article 2 that the President of the United States take care of the laws, not undermine the laws. So faithfully execute the office and take care of the laws does not mean violate the laws. So a criminal statute, when that is brought into question to pit up against what is alleged by defendant in the underlying case to be official acts, on the flip side being criminal acts based on laws enacted by Congress, cannot be the official act of the office that is vested by the Constitution to take care and faithfully execute the laws, not undermine and dishonestly break the laws and violate the laws. You see? So and I wanted to parse that apart for a simple reason to tell you that the Supreme Court can do whatever it wants with its words, and the words matter, you know, and the words matter because it leans in a certain way, saying we are pushing to see if there is immunity of former presidents from criminal prosecution in some instances. Excuse me. What instances are those? Instances where the conduct alleged to involve official acts during their tenure in office. Well, if it's alleged by one party to be official acts and by the government to be criminal acts, the question becomes whether criminal acts can be a president's official acts. And if you look at the Constitution, it expressly cannot be, because it is the president's duty to take care of the laws, not break them.